All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is a Tuesday and we have found ourselves here at the Cottage Grove Speedway for a 2022 ISCS Speed Week show. Not too often do you get the opportunity on the West Coast to race in the middle of the week, so this is one of those rare chances. But we're here at Cottage Grove Speed Week show. If you guys are an OG fan of the YouTube channel, you remember back in 2019, I ran the whole ISCS limited sprint points. That year, we actually won the championship. It's technically my only championship in a sprint car. Won the Speed Week points, 6 of the 12 races, and overall just was in a way dominant and had so much speed and success. And with kind of how our season has went, we're now just picking and choosing races on the fly, and this happened to be going and there was nothing else going, and with our current schedule it just made the most sense. So we wanted to race on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, so we found ourselves here at Cottage Grove. They're prepping the racetrack though behind us, and our night is going to be getting underway in just a little bit with qualifying. Well, a good start to our night here at Cottage Grove. Looks like we ended up with 18 limiteds in the pit area, so almost a full field. ISCS is all based on group qualifying, and you're racing against your group. So there's 6 cars, 3 groups, and all that matters is how you race against those guys. Doesn't matter how you qualify against the whole field or the times, you're just racing against your field. So we ended up in group number 1, and we were a quick time in our group, so that's great. That's gonna now set us up for an invert in the heat race, so we're gonna now start last. If there was a couple more cars, there would have been some behind us, but 6-car invert in each heat. So now I would say we probably need to at least pass 2 cars, but preferably 3 or 4 to be really safe to lock into the top 8 redraw. Racing surface is pretty narrow. It's got a lot of grip. The times are very fast. I think my main concern with an invert and where it's at is only about half the track is being used, and in the limiteds it's easy to single file out and kind of not be able to pass because it's easy to get bogged down if you do anything crazy. So hopefully it kind of widens out a little bit, and even though we're in the first heat, we'll be able to make passes and do what we got to do to go forward. But race car's really good. Tried to work on just keeping my hands steady, you know, and be smooth with the wheel. I've been watching some of my GoPro back, and I feel like sometimes I get out of sorts, and so it's just about concentrating on trying to be straight, smooth, and keep as much momentum up as you can. Well, a good heat race there for us. Started 5th. I thought we were going to start 6th, but one of the cars that went out and qualified, they did not get a lap, and so with the ruling, they have to start behind all of us, behind the invert technically. So we started 3rd row inside, was able to get up to 2nd. Not super pumped about our race car. I feel like we need to make it a little bit better. 3 and 4 seems like we're making good time, but 1 and 2 mainly is where I notice it, where it's really kind of starting to get slick. Seems like it gets through entry all right, like I'm down, and then it's almost like I get maybe too far down and I'm just losing the right rear. Like the right rear is too up and maybe it's not in the track. I can't feel it, and I know I always talk about how I don't like to feel the right rear as much, but in that situation you do. It's just like I get to the center and I lose side bite, and then I'm like trying to lean on something, and instead of leaning on something, I start sliding, and I'm just, I'm not making any time at all. So we're gonna make some adjustments, probably change our shock package up a little bit. Our balance is good, we just have to tweak on it here for the feature and see where we end up starting, anywhere from on the pole to 8th. So fun fact, we actually have a pretty small crew tonight. It's just Brian, my dad, and my mom, so I don't really have a lot of help filming. Quick little pep talk before we head out. Pulled the 6 out of 9, so it's an 8-car redraw, but there was a tie, so they just put everyone in, which sucks. I was hoping to maybe, you know, get the front row. Obviously I feel like if we got out front, we could really check out, but where we're starting does not worry me at all. Changed our shock package, like I mentioned, just to try to get the right rear digging in a little bit more, and at the same time, they did a little bit of track prep to try to work on the top, because that was the slickest part of the surface. Not really sure what to expect. Unfortunately, I'm a little worried it's gonna rubber up, because it's like we're running out of racing surface. Like we're getting so high to where it starts to flatten off, and then the limiteds definitely can't really go up there. There's not enough grip to hold anyway, so our left rears are just gonna keep running around in the same spot. I could be wrong, I hope I'm wrong, but we'll just have to see. Gonna strap in, absolutely need to go forward in a hurry, but at the same time have patience, just run our race. We got 25 laps to make this happen.
Okay, love you, just drive the hell out of it. Have fun. Keep an eye on traffic. Love you.
Well, that is a wrap on our night. It's pretty late. Just got the car and meal in the trailer. This is kind of like your normal frustrated second place post-race interview. Just didn't get the job done tonight. We were pretty close at certain times. I guess I should say to start out as far as talking about the main event, I'm glad, even though 6 isn't a great pill draw, I'm glad I was in the outside row because, man, we all just got such a great start. Quickly, I worked into the top 3, then got into second after maybe 8 or so laps. And from there on, I felt like I was just kind of the same speed as the leader. I got close once or twice to maybe make a move, and overall, I could have possibly planned out my 25-lap race a little bit better, but I gave it all I had. I mean, I was running really hard. I was trying to find some sort of an advantage because racing around other cars that were our speed, there just wasn't much of a racetrack to move around. It was just around the high side. I tried to run the bottom, but since they had just tried to work it before the A, there was still a little bit of water down there that never got ran in. So literally off of turn 4, I nailed the corner, and then I came off and I'm going, and I hit a puddle, and then my whole car just slides across the straightaway, and I lost all the ground that I had made up. So there was kind of just some frustrating moments. Like I said, I thought I was maybe close enough, and I thought our car was good enough to where we absolutely could have won, and if we would have just got out front first, I don't think anyone would have touched the 18T. But that the limited sprint class and how the track was, all the combination and factors, that was just kind of the name of the game tonight. It was just about pill draw, track position, getting out front, and, you know, maneuvering lap traffic as fast as you possibly could. So in simple terms, second absolutely sucks. That is not what we come to do. We come to be at the top step of the podium, but it is what it is. That's how we ran, and we just put it behind us and focus now on tomorrow. I'm gonna get some sleep though. Quick shout out to my crew and family, as well as Next Gen Def, On-Site Screeners, Carson Oil, Pit Stop USA, Earth Environmental, Lafarge, Fast 4 Media, QRC, ABC Powder Coating, and the rest of you fans for supporting our team on the good nights, on the bad nights, through the highs, through the lows. It means so much that we have this community and that you guys get to ride along with me for the journey. So Tuesday is complete. We're focused on Wednesday, and we're looking to get one spot better and bring that check home. See you guys all there. Peace.